Alrighty, what is going on, ladies and gents? Welcome back to the channel for another market update. Hope everybody's having a lovely day. And with that being said, let's get into the TA. Before we start, everybody, we're gonna freaking kill it this year. All right, so just know, here on this channel, here with this community, we gonna kill it this year. All right, let's start off with the indices. We're going to start off with the daily time frame, then we're going to go down to the hourly time frame, and then we're going to go over some individual tickers that I think are looking pretty juicy. All right, guys, SPY, you have a pretty ugly candlestick going on here, right? You had the hangman candlestick, now you got an inverted hammer. I'm just letting you guys know. Well, it's not fully an inverted hammer. It looks like it's going to turn into that. I'm just going to let you guys know, if this doesn't turn into, like, you know, if we don't see, like, you know, the body of the candlestick end up in the middle, we get a doji candlestick or a hammer candlestick by the end of the day, I just want to let you know that I think we are going to have an ugly rest of the week. I think we are going to be coming all the way down here to 467.82. Now, just take a look at the hourly time from here, and I'll point out you are in a descending parallel channel going on here. You do have your RSI sitting in oversold territory. So if this, you know, guys, if this was just a pullback and then we're going to go up to new high, this is where you're probably going to start bouncing up from. All right. I'm just letting you know, this is, you could be all she wrote. I don't think it's all she wrote. I told you guys I was looking for that top. I stopped, you know, playing my top tune when we started busting up. I don't remember where it was, but I'll tell you guys right now, it's back. All right, I told you in the last video, guys, I'm being very clear on this. I'm looking for downside. I'm looking for this level to be taken out right here at 468. And when that happens, I think we're going to backtest this July high. You come over here to the weekly time frame, guys. This chart looks nothing less than absolutely sexy. It's gorgeous. It's beautiful. You come back here for the retest, I expect buyers to come in for it. All right, but of course, guys, we were looking for that pullback. We're looking for the sell. Why? We have the bearish divergence going on. The bearish divergence does not tell us when these things are going to be taking place. It just tells us we have to be cautious and that they probably will be taking place. What tells us that they are going to start taking place? Structure, breaks of structure, sell side structure. That is what we had today. All right, you have this high, you have this low, you have a lower high. And what happened this morning? You broke down to a lower low. So what were we doing? We were expecting you to come back up here, back test, and we were expecting that to fail. That did end up failing, and now it does look like we're going to come down here. We're going to take out this low right here. Low is 471.30. Be watching 471.30. Underneath that level, guys, I'm calling for 468 to be incoming. That is what I really think is going to be going down here. I think this can get, you know, decently more aggressive here if this thing doesn't turn around by the end of the day. It's 2:35 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so we do have some time here left in the day, but that's an hour and a half, guys. This thing looks ugly. You already had a big volume spike over here. I understand, you know, last trading session of the year. I get it, all right? But the picture here we have does not look pretty at all. In the weekly chart, we also had these topping tails on every single index. Except for DIA, if I'm remembering correctly. Yeah, except for DIA. You had a small topping tail, though, guys. I'm just saying, guys, everything is aligning here. You know, the weekly time frame was saying, like, hey, all right, candlestick-wise, we're looking for, you know, you could be stalling out here. Let's proceed with caution. And then guess what? On the daily time frame, we just knew, guys, yeah, eventually this was extremely likely going to be coming, and that's exactly what's happening right now. All right, now we're going to come over here to QQQ now that we've discussed SPY, and I'm going to point out this absolutely atrocious looking picture, but I do want to point this out right here before we go any further. You broke down to a new low over here and it turned into a hammer candlestick. That is why I say, guys, if this don't turn into a hammer candlestick today, boom, 394.14 incoming. You heard it here first. Maybe you didn't hear here first, but that's the call. All right, that is the call. Speaking of calls, I am going to let you guys know. All right, come over here to your boy Twitter, guys. The link is in the description. I got you over here on Twitter every single day. I'm just gonna let you know, I will be consistently posting the setups that I see on my watch list over here. And these aren't, you know, just like 10 tickers now, guys. We have a lot of these. All right, and I will consistently be posting my trade ideas over here as well. All right, so stay tuned for that, guys. I told you guys in the last video, we will be growing the Twitter this year to 10,000 followers. Guys, we've grown from like 650 to 860 since Christmas. So that's pretty cool. And I've just, you know, been doing my thing over here. Guys, feel free to come join me and do my thing over here. You guys can also do your thing, all right? I will point this out right here. Bitcoin. We're going to talk a little bit about Bitcoin here. Bitcoin just broke out. I think it's going to have its next leg up. I think we're getting the pullback, and I think we're going to get all these break and retests that I went over yesterday. I think they're coming to fruition. These are, guys, these are where we're buying, all right? So we're going to spend a little time on Twitter. We're not going to spend a little time on Twitter. We're going to literally go over to the charts where the Twitter posts are derived from. All right, let's put a pause right here in QQ for a sec. We're just going to quickly take a few minutes, go over some Bitcoin miners. All right, we'll go over Bitcoin itself, and then we will go over some of these miners that I see the cleanest setups on. And guys, there are more miners. These are the ones that I am focusing on, but there definitely are more speculative miners out there. All right, but guys, the fact of the matter is Bitcoin just broke out to a new high. All right, you now have no resistance between here and here. What is here? 47K. We've been calling for it. All right, we've literally been calling. I think it's since this week right here. So last week, actually. Now that I think about that, now that I look at that, you do have a bearish divergence going on here on the weekly RSI. So that is something to be noted. But as you could see, you had several points of divergence over here on your first run. The first, peak in the RSI came right here. You had a little pullback, and then you skyrocketed like another 50%. So, yeah, let's just look at what was that? That's 80%. Sorry, sorry so much about that. Sorry. Regardless, guys, I think Bitcoin is about to get moving and grooving. All right, but that could come with a pullback, and that pullback could reset some of these miners, and that's what I really am looking forward to. I am going to be taking some minor positions because I am a believer that, hey, Bitcoin, guys, is probably going to come up here and test 47K. If you do see that, these miners could do exactly what they did the other day and push up to a new high. All right, I understand today you faded the whole move. That is why I didn't just, go balls to walls off open here. Everything capped up like 10 to 20% already because of this. But I had a feeling you were probably going to get a back test. And if you got the back test, you're going to get the retest. That's going to be the most ideal entries. Now let's go over some individual miners right after I point this out. Let's put this arrow right here, just like that. You're either going to get buyers stepping up right here. You're going to get buyers stepping up right here. I'm bullish on Bitcoin. Mara. All right. Mara. Clean. All right, guys. We're talking, what is it? The 1988 was this level? Yeah, 1988. That's level number 1. What's level number 2? All right. Watch right here, right down here. You got the peak over here at 1888. So anywhere between, we're going to just call it 19 to 20 bucks, because that is your buy zone on Mr. Mara. Why? Because this thing looks absolutely sexy. All right. Now we do have on the hourly time frame, you get this little bull pennant going on here, bull flag, whatever you really want to call these things, guys. What do you what should I be calling these things on Twitter? I don't know if I should be calling these things pennants, flags. I know this, not really a big difference there, but pennant doesn't have a flagpole. Regardless, guys, you got this little thing going on over here. All right, I do think it's probably going to break down. You're going to come over here to 20 bucks, but that is the point when we are going to be actively watching Mara again, because this is guys, this is the market's beautiful crypto miner baby over here. All right, this is the thing that's going to get the most attention out of everything. And I do want to point out, boom, go over the weekly chart. Let me just point this out. That's like the most volume you've ever had. All right, you had, yeah, most volume you ever had came on this breakout. So I'm just going to point out, yeah, I think it's damn right going to be eaten up if you come back and retest this. Moving on to Riot. All right. Oh, target for Mara. All right. Yeah. What am I doing? I have the Twitter layout. I'm sorry if you guys hear my sister in the background. She is home for the weekend. But I am just going to let you guys know right now. All right. Mara, target, $40. You can see it right up here. Right. And these are, guys, I'm going to make these very clean charts for you all on my Twitter. They will be up there. All right. I made my first Twitter thread, guys. It took hours and hours and hours. And then it didn't post. It didn't freaking post because I was at work on the crappy Wi-Fi. And holy sweet baby Jesus. Holy, I'm stressing. I'm thinking it's dead. I'm like, holy, hours of work are gone. I'm talking like 4 hours. I was just sitting there, free time, just sitting there, crafting my first thread. And yeah, and then it wouldn't post. And I had to remake it. Come home to do, it was on the iPad. The draft is no longer there. And now I sitting there, I still have it open. It just won't post at all. And it's not saving as a draft. So it's like non-existent except on the iPad. So I literally just started copying over to the computer, and then we use these charts on the PC. All right, regardless, guys, Riot. This thing's beautiful. Beautiful. What the heck is this? What the heck is this? You got an inverse head and shoulders going on here. Neckline, what's absolutely sexy. You got the downtrend as the neckline. Guess what? If you pull back, guys, you're going to have a little cup and handle here on the daily chart as well. Beautiful. All right? That's all I could really say about this. It's absolutely beautiful. Okay? Just putting that out there. By the way, this should be a red candlestick. I have no idea why it's a green candlestick, but you are currently at 15.55 and the high of day was at 17. So yeah, red candlestick. I do think we're probably going to see more of a pullback. And this down here, 11.95, guys. Oh, you watch that level, boy. You watch that level. If you get it, you pounce. Well, you don't have to do nothing. I pounce. All right? If I get these things, I'm going to, guys, I don't want to say I'm going to go heavy. Every time I go heavy on something, guys, I hesitate today on over here on Mr. XPEV, guys. Well, we're all over the place, guys. We'll literally be talking about XPEV after we finish these crypto miners. I'm sorry. I'm all over the place. But yeah, I stuck to my rule today. I was pretty happy about that. All right. Also open a swing on Tesla, guys. Tesla's looking absolutely sexy. I think downside's limited over there, guys. But the next one we're going to be looking at, which I think is probably, I'm going to give this the number 2 spot of sexiness. HUT. HUT. Now, guys, if you have not been new to the channel, then you know, hey, guys, this was on our focus list. All right. We ended up right here. You see these days where you consolidated above this resistance. This is exactly where we were paying attention to. When did you boys sell? This day right here. All right. And then it did end up doing something like that. All right. Regardless, target is going to be 22.75. Where does that level derived from? All the way up here. That was previous support. You broke it. Guess what? Now resistance. I'm guessing it's going to be resistance again. It is very, very wise to be scaling out of your position if you start pushing up here to 20. We're just going to say 20 bucks, all right? But yeah, 22.75, that is my target after this break and retest. We'll see what happens. Cypher. This thing looks beautiful as well. I'm serious, guys. Miners look so freaking beautiful to me. They really do. That's why I had to make a thread on them. They look so beautiful. All these charts are so clean. It's like every single one of them just has setup after setup here. Again, don't know why it's a green candlestick. But got, bye, Jess. Love you too. I'll catch ya. Don't run over the dogs outside. There you go. But right here, guys, it doesn't get much prettier than this. It really doesn't. This is absolutely beautiful. All right. Beautiful. Target is going to be 680, guys. You have a long-term downtrend break. You have a break and retest off of this inverse head and shoulders in the form of just a pennant / flag. Again, guys, what should I be calling that, pennant or flag? I don't know. All right. I view them as like the same, guys. Either way, they're this structure. One has a flag, one doesn't have a flag. Regardless, you got a pennant on the back test. This thing looks beautiful. And then you broke out from it. Now, the other thing I really want to point out is, guys, I think this probably has the most potential. I'm going to just say that right now. What the heck is this volume? What is the volume, guys? You guys see this thing was much higher at one point. We never got these volume spikes, all right? Someone just took some interest in this bad boy. I understand one of these volume spikes, the higher volume, was on this big sell candle as well. Guys, I'm just pointing out you have a lot of interest going on in these names right now, all right? I have no proof that someone like took a position off of this volume, but I'm going to tell you right now, the fact that it came from here into the breakout, I don't care. There's interest in this name. If this thing comes up and it breaks the high, you're probably going to go straight to 680. Target 680. Wolf. All right. So many miners, guys. There's actually more that I was going to put on that list, but I kept it the cleanest ones, which I'm just going to say Wolf. I don't think is the cleanest one. I really do not. All right. And again, with these green candlesticks, I have no idea why that is the case, but that is the case as of today, guys. All right. So you had an oversold RSI. You have this key level. So I'm not really going to, it is a break and retest, but it's not nearly as clean as the other miners. That's why I say, like, I'm not probably going to be taking a position off this, guys. The true break and retest already happened down here. And let me just show you in comparison to what I'm seeing, all right? You got Mar all the way down here, 1195. Do I think you actually get down to 1190, or not Mar, Ride over here? I'm just going to say, I don't know about that one. I don't know, all right? But I am definitely bullish on this dip. That's why I say, hi, this fits within my system. We'll just say that, all right? 100%. This guaranteed, all right? This over here, if this wasn't a crypto miner, I wouldn't even be looking at it. That's what I'm getting at here, all right? You already had the classic break and retest down here. All right, you do have this heavily respected level, though, so I do want to point that out. You do have a, we're going to call this a half break and retest setup right here off of 185. Technically, it is, okay? Target is going to be 365. Do I think you still have momentum going in over here if Bitcoin decides to do what we discussed before we started looking at these miners? 100%. 100%. I think 365 incoming. All right, can. Can is something that went 400%, if I'm remembering correctly, over here. All right. And what caught my eye about this? Volume spike. What the heck is this? You got the big volume spike on this downward channel breakout. Not a falling wedge. All right. You could look at it like that, but you're just going to literally hit control right here. You're going to drag it right there. And, you know, I'm going to call it a parallel channel. Or you could do what I had over here, and you could connect these dots. All right. Or connect these lines, these candlesticks, I should say. All right, so yeah, I guess falling wedge, I called it a descending parallel channel over on the Twitter. But yeah, in reality, guys, it is kind of a falling wedge looking structure. What I really care about, though, is what the heck is this volume down here on the breakout of that? Beautiful. Beautiful. All right. Now, what happens on this daily chart, guys? You're literally coming into the break and retest level right here at 202. I think this is so freaking beautiful. I really do. Am I going to say this isn't like a very speculative crypto miner? No, I'm not going to say this is definitely a very speculative crypto miner. And like, hey, if you want to be safe, you know, if you just want to be where most of the money is going to be flooding in, it's going to be Mon-Fri. It is going to be that. And then I'm going to say hot. All right. But yeah, Canoe, guys. All right. Canoe. I don't know what let me actually look at what I put my target as over here on the Twitter, because it's not on my chart right now. It should be on the chart. Definitely did can. Oh, bit farm we got to actually cover as well. All right. Target is 440. All right. I got to re-add that to my chart. I have no idea why that's not there. All right. But I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Okay. I was going to say right here, that's where, you know, if I'm looking at this chart, that's where I think this is exactly going to be heading. It's going to be heading right to 440. All right. That is going to be my target over here on this chart. Break and retest. All these guys, they're all like beautiful. I don't know what else to say about them. They are so sexy. It's ridiculous. You have constant break and retest going on here. And guys, I think they're just loading up for the next crypto opportunity here. I think it's going to be nice. All right. So Canoe, that is one. I just want to point out the same volume spike that you had over here at the same price caused a 400% rip. All right. Which, let me just point that out. See that? This volume candle right here. It aligns with this candle right here. All right. Boom, boom, right there. All right, that was your first volume spike. And then, oh, what happened the next week? Oh, 90% weak. So, yeah, I do think once these things get going, you're going to have a lot of FOMO on these names, guys. That's why we spend a decent amount of time here. Now, did I want this to just take a few minutes? Yeah. All right. CLSK. And then we got Bitfarm. Okay, but CLSK, guys, this thing is also looking kind of immaculate. All right. Why do I say that? This is beautiful. What is this? What is this, guys? This very clearly respects this zone. All right. You see this zone, you pounce. I pounce this zone. All right. Why? Because it's beautiful. All right. I already shared this before. 1330. If you break it, guys, 1845 is my target. I think you're going to go straight there. I think this thing is going to get moving and grooving. Like I just said on Canoe, guys, I think FOMO is going to be coming into these guys on the next Bitcoin leg up. So that's really why we're talking about this. I do think Bitcoin miners present a lot of opportunity right now. And yeah, that's why we're going to spend some time on them. Sorry if it's not what you're here for, but hey, guys, if you're here for money, then, you know, it's here. I got you. There are setups continuously that we will share here on this channel. And crypto right now is definitely setting up. All right. Last one we're going to discuss out of these crypto miners, Bitfarm. All right. BITF. It doesn't get much cleaner than this. It really doesn't. All right. Target's going to be 407. I'm going to keep this one short. Break and retest off 216. That is what I'm looking for. This is going to be the high of this candlestick right here. If you can't do it, guys, guess what? It's literally going to be the break and retest off of an inverse head and shoulders. This looks sexy. I don't know what else to say about these charts, guys. These really all just look beautiful. I was looking at them yesterday. I'm like, holy crap, I got to share these things. These things all look gorgeous. All right. Back to what we were talking about. QQQ. Or we sort of took a little bit of a side road there, all right? But let's come back over here on the main road. QQQ, you're dying, okay? You're dying. You're down 2%, baby. You're down 2%. Let's come over here to my YouTube layout, though, instead of the Twitter one. All right, there we go. All right, we're not on SPY. We're on QQQ. All right, QQQ, I told you guys, unless you print a hammer here, guys, this looks so ugly, and I think 394.14 incoming, all right? So pretty simple over here, but you got over here on the hourly time frame. Look at this. All right, you got your high, you got your low, you got your high, you got a low. Guys, you break it down to a new low, you're probably going to have another leg. All right, the last leg did that. another $5 down. All right, so are we gonna get another $5 down? I understand that doesn't bring you exactly right over there, but what if we get some capitulation? What if we get a big fat red candlestick like this bad boy over here? We get a $7 move down. I think it's probable. All right, so that's what I'm looking for into tomorrow. If you cannot clean up this candlestick by the end of the day, because this thing is god ugly, I think this is your capitulation, candlestick right here. Well, I think what comes after this is capitulation, because you had a gap down. What happens if you get another gap down? Now you're right here, and you have absolutely nothing right here. There's nothing. You're probably going to go straight down here, right? So again, capitulation off the open. You're going to have people seeing exactly what I just pointed out, and they're going to be like, oh, shiza, crap. And then they're going to sell. All right. So, all right. And, in easy to understand terms, they're going to say crap. They're going to be really mad. They're going to bang their desk and they will sit out, or they'll try and join the party. I have apps, or they'll keep buying the dip. I don't know. All right. So it's a psychological warfare game we got going on here. All right. DIA was holding very strong up here, but now you do have a shooting star candlestick with a crap ton of volume. Something to point out, IWM, again with these ugly candlesticks, but I will point out, you were just back testing the broken range. This thing looks bullish to me, all right? I just showed you a bunch of those minors, guys. This is, aligned with those setups. You had a range break. You also had a downtrend break. These are my two scenarios over here for IWM. If we're not going to hold that, whatever it's called right there, all right? If we are not going to hold the trend line test right there, then yeah, guys, I do think we are going to be taking a trip down to probably around this 185 mark. All right, I'm not saying that happens, but I am just saying right here, I am bullish on this until this trend line can break. Like, I really think this small caps, guys, they are the way to go. We've been killing the small caps. I think this is setting up to be a catch-up rally throughout the year. So that's just my opinion there. All right, now let's talk about some individual tickers. Actually, hang on. VIX was up like 10% today. I want to see what's happening with that. Oh, big fat hammer candlestick. That's pretty ugly. Not hammer candlestick, freaking shooting star candlestick. Opposite of the hammer. What the heck is that? All right. If SPY is at the low of day, why are people taking profits on your puts, huh? What's happening, huh? Guys, I'm just going to let you know if you don't know. VIX, what moves VIX up and down? It's directly tied to SPX. VIX moves up when SPX puts are bought and calls are sold. VIX moves down when and these are short-term options, by the way. I'm pretty sure long-term options can affect it, but I think within 2 months. Maybe it's 30 days. I'm not sure. Regardless, SPX puts make VIX go up. Calls make VIX go down. So if you're buying calls and selling puts, VIX going to go down. All right? Someone's doing that right now, so I want to make that clear. So this is why I say, like, guys, if we're still in this trappy market, I do think we're getting the sell, but what the heck is going on? We're still in this trap. We're going to have to see if we get a hammer candlestick within power hour. If we do, holy, I will be like, oh, again with the traps. Oh, jeez Louise, get me out of here. No, I don't even care. This is going pretty good. All right. Individual ticker time. PFE broke out. I put it on your radar literally right here. It was this candlestick, I'm pretty sure right there, that if you get the breakout, you're probably going straight to the gap fill. You went straight to the gap fill. And then we started flipping that gap fill. Then we got a break and retest right here. And that's when I again put it on your radar. All right, I think it was like this candlestick right here. You were basing above it. Guess what? You now broke above that trend line. All right, what is that trend line, guys? That is your long-term weekly falling wedge trend line. You are going to be going for a ride over here. I told you guys with this volume spike over here, I thought this was stopping volume. I did think someone was taking a position over here in PFE. It does look like boom, bop, bing, boo, pow. All right, that is exactly what happened. The hammer with the high volume spike ended up marking the exact bottom. PFE just broke out. PFE, when it breaks out, I have played this in the past. Now, I feel like I remember a lot of consolidation on these breakouts. So, oh, look at that. You broke out right here, consolidated up there, right? So I'm just going to let you guys know right now, I am looking for that consolidation. I took my profits today, and I'm going to wait for some consolidation here. Maybe they burn some premiums or this, all right? If they give us the trend line back test, boom, keep it on your radar. All right, I'm actually just going to make sure I don't miss that. Is it gonna? Yeah. Is it going to do it on the daily time? Yeah, it will. All right. Next one we're going to be discussing is CELH. Now, this was on the focus list on the weekly update. I'm just going to let you guys know. Guys, this thing just started. It just started. I told you guys this was going to be a top watch, all right? It was signed Fine XPEV, I believe it was. DELH, guys. This is beautiful. You had a, like, you know, downtrend break. You had this pennant, bull flag, whatever. Like I said, I don't know what to call these things, right? Whatever you want to call this, all right? It's up to you, guys. It's up to you. You got the breakout. You got the retest. You also had the smaller one, guys. So we've actually put this on your radar twice now, all right? I put it on somewhere down here, and then I put it on after this candlestick saying we got the breakout. And then, guys, we got the breakout over here. We're looking for the back test. Congrats if you played CELH a few times with us. Guess what? All right, you're now getting another chance. Now, I'm not going to say buy into the high because, you know, my target up here is, my short-term target is 60.81. We're going to call it 60.80. I think is the high of this candlestick. High is 60.98, all right? So I guess it's not that. All right, regardless, guys, that is where I think you're going. That's $2 of upside, all right? Risk to reward ain't there right now. Congrats if you got the back test, but what you're really waiting for now is, if you'd like to play this bad boy, you're waiting for the back test of that 56.63 level right here, which is the high of this candlestick. If you get it, all right? I'm just saying, I think this thing's extremely bullish. You just had a weekly breakout. You just got, well, you just started, all right? You just started. You almost got it last week. You got the daily break. I told you guys, if we get the weekly break, I'm 100% just looking for, you're coming up all-time highs. New all-time highs coming, baby. $70. This thing looks beautiful. I don't know what else to say about it. You got the break and retest. You're now having, like, what, a 7%, almost a 7% day. Beautiful. All right. Congratulations. Keep your eye on this level right here if you didn't already play it. XPEV. This is one that I think is loading right now. All right. I'm going to come over to the 4-hour time frame. Now, you are finding buyers right here. I want to continue seeing buyers right here. I don't want to see you come down here. But even if you come down here, I'm just going to say right now, I don't think you go much lower. I wouldn't want to see this low taken out. That would be ugly. All right. But this thing, you know, guys, we let's just look at Neo. Let's just look at Neo. All right. This is exactly what we were watching over here on Neo. I understand this is a tighter falling wedge. You already had, you know, the broader falling wedge like you had over here on Neo. But XPEV, guys, this thing's setting up. All right. You already got the breakout with the volume spike. Like I said, interest is there. That is what these volume spikes show us. They show us that interest is being taken in this ticker, whether it be on the short side or the long side. All right. Someone is actively trading it, or they are taking a position. It's one or the other, which both of those are going to be moving the ticker. That is why we like volume here on this channel. Guess what? You got the topping tail. Now we might be getting a bottoming tail today. If you take out this high right here, it is 14.96. Guys, we're looking to have a very quick move all the way up here to 16 bucks. We're going to put it right here, 15.90. All right. That is where I'm looking for you to head in a hurry if you can bounce back from here and take out this high right here. But I am also looking for you to come all the way up here to 18 bucks, right? Neo ended up going for a whole ass ride. Came right up here to the top of the falling wedge you were in. I think that's going to be the same over here. I'm going to be completely honest. But, you know, if you want targets, here you go. All right. There you go. These red lines, those are your targets. We're talking, you know, Psych 16 level. We're talking Psych 17 level, 1850. Those are your three targets over here on XPEV. I think China is loading. Why'd you do it? There you go. There you go. Neo. Neo, right now, is dying. But it's just going to be back testing this level right here, all right? You already had the break and retest off this falling wedge. Guess what? Now you're just going to be break and retesting over here. All right? I'm just going to say, I will probably add a February position over here on Mr. Neo if we see this right here. All right? Why? Because this thing looks beautiful. I've been telling you guys about this for the past, like, 2 weeks. 3 weeks. We started on this breakout over here. All right? Then we started with the back test over here. And then we got this guy. All right? Guess what? We've been talking a lot about Neo. I think Neo is loading. I think Neo is getting ready. We already got to play it twice. Congrats if you played it twice. Congrats if you took your profits, all right? Unfortunately, I didn't take profits on one of my positions. So there was that. It was more dated calls. I didn't think you were going to be completely coming back down here. But now that you are coming back down here, yeah, guys, it's literally going to offer the same setup that we just played twice, which is the break and retest, all right? You had this range, broke out. You already got buyers stepping in once there. You don't want to come all the way down here. You don't want to see $8 get taken out. You really do not. I'm actually also, we're going to go like that. Guys, alerts, pay the $15 for TradingView and get your alerts. There is no reason not to have alerts. It will make your life not a living hell trying to, you know, keep track of a lot of tickers. But yeah, guys, this is where you're buying in. All right, this is where you're risking. We're gonna call it right under the zone, 793. If you see that, guys, you know you could honestly be. But then if you do that, you're just gonna be coming back down here to this trend line. Honestly, guys, Neo looks amazing. February calls, I think, are such a move. I think they're such a move over here. Speaking of February call, JD. Also a beautiful chart. I don't like that you're not getting buyers stepping up right here on this trend line. That is not good. All right. But you did get the breakout. You got the retest right here off the hammer. Boom. You got a little pop there. Now you're just retesting that trend line again. You want to see buyers start stepping in. Again, it's 3:02 p.m. We have an hour left in the trading session. Only this a long video because we had an hour and a half left in the trading session at the start of this video, all right? But guess what, guys? All right? You're right back here. If you start seeing buyers step up, this thing could be going for a ride. Just like we just discussed over here on Neo and XPEV, guys, these China tickers, they are queuing up. All right? And these are the levels that I am looking for to be hit. Once you start getting buyers stepping in, you got to get the buyers stepping in. That's why I said February calls, honestly, on this one, guys, I think that would be a move. Hey, January, if you really want, but let's just look at, the market here. What is this death? All right. Are we going to have that pullback during January? I think we're probably going to take a week or two and pull back. I'm going to be completely honest. All right. That is 100% a prediction. All right. But it is going off of what we discuss in these videos. Come back over in individual tickers. Tesla. All right. Now, I actually want to point this out. I already pointed out HUT, so I don't want to spend too much time on this. But yeah, picture perfect over here. All right. Be watching right here. I don't know why. I could have swore I set the alert on the Twitter layout. I don't know why it's not over here. Maybe it is. I'm bugging. All right. But Tesla right here, guys, you're literally just retesting the top of this range over here. And if you take a dive here down to 240, you're going to be retesting the downtrend break. I told you guys, Tesla, you get this entry right here. This is where, you just go all in Tesla. I'm not telling anyone to do that. I'm not even going to be doing that. But I'm going to do it because, guys, there's so much more to offer. You can't just go all in on one ticker, guys. We cover a lot of stuff, a lot of setups here on this channel that continuously, I'm not going to say immediately play out, but, they are relatively short term. And then you got the longer term ones that are going to take some time. And that's Tesla. All right. And Tesla, guys, you got two spots to add here. You got right here around 246.70, which is the top of the previous range right here. Literally 246.70. You can see right there. Or you come down here and you backtest the trend line. If you backtest the trend line, that's the mother of all trend lines. And you're going like that afterwards. All right. That is where, again, with the February calls, guys, this is the swing position that I think is going to take some time. Just like I pointed out over here, JD, it is looking really good. But what the heck? You're taking a while here. All right. Neo, again, you're pulling all the way back. I know this setup hasn't really gone yet. We've seen what happens when it's gone. It's just taking time. Guys, 2024 is going to be the year of discipline, the year of patience. That is all we have to focus on. All right. Got the setups. We just need to focus on our own psychology and we will be perfectly fine. All right. Perfectly fine. Yeah, Tesla, guys, that is what I'm going to leave you guys off with. This thing looks absolutely phenomenal. If you see that test, buy the freaking dip. All right. I know I mentioned SMCI. This is also something that's not looking too bad. I don't like that you're under this trend line. But you do have this downtrend going on here on the hourly time frame. If you can break above that, I do think you probably start getting buyers. But guys, if the market's pulling back, SMCI, this is a big chip. All right. This is a big chip name. We're going to see everything pulling back. It's not like, these China tickers I'm focusing on right now. Guys, I don't think these are they're not directly correlated with the market. All right. You do see Neo dying right here. All right. I'm just going to say if Neo wanted to do this, I don't think the market made him do that. China tickers, they got a mind of their own. That they do. All right. But, these big names, these big American names, guess what? They're 100% going to be moving with the market, guys. Let's just take a look. All right. You got QQQ, right? Big fat red bar. What is Apple? 4.5%. Jesus. What is Amazon? What is Meta? What is Goog? All right. Goog is actually in a massive rising wedge. I was supposed to post this to Twitter. And it is currently saved as a draft. All right. But yeah, massive rising wedge over here, guys. All these are going to be moving with the market. The tickers that we're covering, I'm going to do my best to make sure, hey, they're moving alone. Okay. Like CELH, it's moving alone. PFE, it's moving alone. XPEV, I'm hoping it's going to keep moving alone. We're going to have to see about that one. And Neo the same. All right, guys, with that being said, I will catch you all in the next one. I know it was a 35-minute video, but guys, first year of the new year. I just said first year of the new year. First video of the new year. It is an exciting video. We have an exciting year ahead of us, and I appreciate the crap out of you guys. Thank you for being part of this community with me, and I will catch you tomorrow. Peace.